Hello and welcome back to a new fire alarm video. Today we're going to be doing a video on this pretty rare firelight panel. This is a MS-2410B. It is a 10-zone conventional fire alarm control panel. I don't know when it was released or when it was discontinued, but they certainly do not make them anymore. Let's go over the devices. Right here we have a notifier Notifier BG12L. It is a dual action BG12. We all know this. Before Honeywell, our own notifier still has a little red teeth on it too because it's older. So there's that. Right here we have a system sensor 2400TH. This is a smoke and thermal detector. So detects for smoke and detects for heat at rate of rise, I believe. I am also selling these on my eBay. I have 3 left currently, so if you would like one, be sure to check it out. And over here we have our NAC, the only NAC on the system. It's just a Wheelock RSS 1575 Candela. So nothing crazy, we all know these. And then over here we have the manual for the control panel, which I thought was kind of cool. But here we have the date on that, which is March 18th, 2003. And another cooler part here is the labels for this panel are right on the back. They have one for programming and one for just the regular labels. And we'll get into the programming part later into the video, because I find it kind of interesting. With that out of the way, let's go and show you the panel here. I just recently got this, so literally like 2 days ago, and I'm just now testing it out. So the control buttons here, what you have is your basic acknowledge, signal silence, your drill button. You can disable and enable devices, and then your reset, which also acts like a lamp test to test all the LEDs, make sure they all work good. Over here is your label instructions for the LEDs, all basic, nothing crazy. And then here's your zones. This section is your alarm, this section is your trouble. So another interesting is, if you have a supervisory, what it'll do is it'll light up a zone in red, an alarm, and it'll also light up supervisory. So the annoying part is it will not tell you which specific zone is in a supervisory, but it'll obviously tell you which one is an alarm, which is kind of weird to me, but I don't know. That's just how they made it here. But with that said, let's go and give it a test. We'll just start off with the pull station here. So we'll push in and pull down. So obviously, you got your strobe on the panel, nothing crazy, acknowledge, and you get silence. There. And yeah, that's really it for this panel. So we can also quickly re-alarm it with the smoke detector. So we'll just push in the little test pin. Yep. Now we'll just hit silence. So there's that. We'll go ahead and reset this real quick. Alright, that's been reset. And now we can go ahead and hit reset. Which, that's not it. It still takes a second, and you'll hear a click. Just like that. And now the panel is reset and ready for another alarm to be sent to it, I guess. I don't know. Batteries, we'll go over the batteries. They take your 12-volt, whatever amp hour batteries, and it plugs in right up here with the usual Firelight connector pin that really any Firelight panel takes. So yeah. And then over here we have AC power, which I find this one kind of annoying, but interesting. So for your power, to remove this cover, you actually push in all these little pins, and then this card will come out. So it's quite interesting, but then you got your regular, screw it in there, and that's it. Ground, hot, neutral, blah blah blah. And you have your little switch here to remove power. So as you see. So a lot of panels have those. I don't really know why they have them. I think it's kind of weird, because if you accidentally push it, I don't know. I like it, but I don't see why they have. I'm sure there's a reason for it out there. I could care less about that feature. So there's that. And then over here, we'll go up to this section. Over here, you can have a card for dialing, which is a reverse telephone polarity type of setup here. It will take a 4XTMF card like this, and it will plug in right into there. This one has that jumper cut, but that will plug in into here, and then you can have, I guess, that part. It really depends on how you dial out to your central station, or dispatch, whatever, however your area has it. So screws in here with these two screws, which that's about it for that part. And then up here you have another section of pins, which this part is for the annunciator. This takes that 110 zone annunciator, the one that literally has 10 zones on it, and you have your 4 buttons in the corner. That looks like the LCD ADF. So that's all that one takes. You use the little card that plugs in here this is just for the LEDs. This just gives you the LEDs there for that annunciator. And then up here you have your your treble, your buzzers, and I believe it's just mainly for the buzzers and stuff. I know this will take a treble buzzer thing, which is basically a card you can get and it's basically a buzzer that goes off when it's in trouble, I believe. I don't know, it was just in the manual. I'm relaying that information. I didn't really read much of it. And then the last part here that I have to mention is this right here. This is a security key, and you can see it will plug in right here. This is how you can enter programming mode. So now currently this panel is in programming mode, and you can do like your disable functions and the annunciator programming, I would assume. It's just some so you can program the panel, which this does have a password. I don't remember what the default is. It's in the manual. I really don't care about the programming function as right now. The programming it has is fine with me, so that's what this little thing is. I believe it's literally just a resistor. Jesus. I believe it's literally just, yeah, it's just a resistor. So that's really that for programming. But with that being said, that's really it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this little short video on this pretty rare panel, and see you guys on the next one.